Hello everybody. Having got through to the knockout stages of the Conference League last time out, today it's back to league duty, apart from the fact that we're playing the team immediately above us, the team that are currently in second place. But can we close the gap on them? Hello, it's a very warm welcome to episode number 9 of Where Eagles Dare, as we manage Crystal Palace for the FM26 Beta Save. My name's Mark, and on today's episode, as mentioned, we will be playing one of the teams that is immediately above us, Newcastle, in Premier League Match Day 20, and then we will be facing Aston Villa at Selhurst Park. So it's a trip up to St James's Park. It's not going to be easy. In fact, it's going to be downright difficult. So there's no ifs, buts and maybes about it. Since you were last with us, last time out, we played, of course, got that 1-1 draw against Rosenborg and then a 2-2 draw against Leeds, losing that game. Or drawing that game in the 93rd minute, which was rather annoying. But since then, we've had Spurs and Fulham come to visit us at Selhurst Park. A nice 3-0 win against Spurs. It was a similar sort of match to the Manchester City one, in as much as we played extremely well. There seems to be a bit of a problem at the moment, and I'm not sure what it is. Let's try that again. Oh, I managed to sort it out. I had to shut the game down and start again. Obviously some problem with it when it loaded up. Here's the details then on the 3-0 win against Tottenham. Mateta with a brace, one of them from the penalty spot, and SA getting the other one on 94 minutes. We had 12 shots, 6 on target against their 15 and 7, but we had a slightly better XG, albeit Spurs held on to most of the possession, and then we went on, as you've already seen, we went on for a 2-0 win against Fulham. That man Mateta on the score sheet again on 15 minutes, but it wasn't until the 93rd minute that Chris Richards, getting a second for us, made it feel somewhat comfortable. But we did have 29 shots, 15 on target. We dominated the game pretty much against their 13 and 2, a 2.5 against a 7.4, and 51% of the possession. Hopefully we can put in a similar sort of game today against Newcastle, but I wouldn't hold out my hopes. The table then going into this one today looks a bit like this. Most teams, in fact, there has been some games going on. Liverpool currently 5 points clear of Newcastle at the top on 48. Newcastle second on 43. We're third on 39. Brighton played, of course, but they are 3 points behind us on 36. And then come Manchester City and Arsenal on 34 points apiece. At the other end of the table, Burnley back on the bottom. I presume they've lost their next game. They're back on the bottom. Sunderland are in 19th place and have got a game in hand. So they could pull away from Burnley. And Wolves some 3 points clear of them as well. And again, could pull away. Manchester United could drop back into that bottom. In fact, Manchester United and Aston Villa could drop back into that bottom slot if games don't go their way today. Let's see if we can actually have a quick look at the results. I think we can here. We need to go into this slot though. Yeah, Manchester United losing 5-2 to Leeds. We said Liverpool beat Fulham 2-0. Manchester City beating Chelsea 3-0. So they're the highlights really. And of course the late game today is ourselves against Newcastle. So with all that set and done, I think that's brought you up to date. We are, of course, in transfer window. There hasn't been any activity up to date, albeit there are some bits and pieces going on with regards to interest in our players. We're going to try and hold them off as best we can, but we are, as I think I've said before, of the mind that there is a possibility that we will lose a couple of players possibly, so we need to be ready to bring players in should we lose any. I'm trying to look for the transfer activity. There it is. I lost it for a minute. As you'll see, we are waiting on a work permit for Jeremy. He's still injured. He's going to be out for 3 to 4 weeks, but he is that attacking midfielder in centre, so gives us a bit more across that attacking midfield. We're also having a look at Matthias Jangol from Paris Saint-Germain. He's a youngster, so he potentially is coming in. Outgoings, Borna Souza. There's a bid in for him. I think we've accepted it, actually, FC20. And Craig Farquhar to Wigan Athletic. Again, I think we've agreed that. So it's just a matter of time. They are two non-events, really. So nobody big going out at the moment. Right, with that's all said and done, it is this big match against Newcastle at St James's Park that we're interested in. Can we get ourselves a result? A draw, I'd be happy with. And here is the team that faces Newcastle in Premier League Match Day 20. It's Henderson in goal. It's Mitchell, Gahey, Lacroix and Manoir across our defensive line. Wharton and Lerma as the defensive midfielders. Niketa, Kamada and Pino as the attacking midfield, with Kamada sat behind Mateta, who continues to lead the attack up front and scored 3 goals in the last 2 matches. So he's on a little bit of form. Hopefully he can deliver today. On the bench then, it is Benitez, Richards, Devane, Canvot, Esse, Riyad, Walker-Smith, Hughes, and coming back from injury, Doucouré. And St James's Park we're at. They're playing a 4-3-3. Defensive midfield. There's a lot of teams playing that formation. Maybe it's something we should look at. Playing our usual 4-2-3-1. Newcastle in second on 43. We are third on 39. As the teams come out onto the pitch. A referee playing in a yellow shirt tonight. Newcastle in their black and white stripes. And we're in our home kit. And it's Mateta getting the game underway. Mitchell comes forward. Our first proper highlights, 7 minutes in. Hall on the attack down this wing. Pino was covering and cut it out. Lerma tries to get one over the top for Mateta, but defender is covering him. And that's gone out wide to Livramento. Livramento ran, he's just burst of speed, pulls it back in, and it's Voldemade that puts it in the back of the net, and we are behind on 8 minutes. All very easy. Livramento, who was it went out there to him? Yeah, Mitchell. And Livramento just drops his shoulder, runs at it, gets into space, into the penalty area, slides it across the area, and of course nobody can do, and Waltzmaid is just waiting for it. And 1-0. Lacroix, Monnoir. Lacroix, Monnoir chips this one in, and I think the defenders are obviously it's all around Mateta, Lerma, Lacroix, Monnoir. Maybe we should go to 2 up top. Oh, it's gone in. And Mateta gets his goal from Monnoir. And I thought the defenders had done the job again. But Mateta seemed to, question of whether it's a goal or not. It's a goal. Because, as we know, it would have said so. And whether they will change that in one of these updates. No, he was onside. And it bounced through. And Mateta puts it away. Not many highlights in this first half, but looks like we've got a corner. It's Wharton that will take it. Swung in. Oof. And it's disallowed. It won't count. I wasn't sure whether Ramsdale or the crossbar saved that first one. Yeah, it's disallowed. And hopefully SI will sort that out. And it will be a bit more of a dilemma, because the fact that it tells you it's disallowed before you even get there And that is why it's disallowed. Who's that on the far side there? Gahey, standing in an offside position. Did come back on. Had it not fallen to Gahey, I think he'd have probably got away with that because he wasn't interfering with play. But because he was in an offside position when the corner came in, disallowed. 2 minutes of added time at the end of this first half. And we've been slightly better than them. And it is half time. We've had 9 shots, 5 on target. They've had 6 shots, 3 on target. 0.89 against our 0.75. We've not been as clinical as we should be. And we've had 45% of the possession. But, as I said, a draw from this match, I'll take. Newcastle getting us underway. Voldmart and Tonoli. Gordon, and the highlight's going to continue, which is a bit of a worry. That one through to Livramento. Livramento around his man, pulls it back, but Lacroix gets it away, but it's still not clear. Walton is there, though, and he has cleared it now. Crosses this ball. It's headed on. Kamada, just swap Kamada and Pino around at half-time just to change it up a bit, but Kamada needs to be getting round Ramsey, and Ramsey's on the maraud here, but it was tame in the end for Henderson. And the highlight will continue. This one launched long. And we've just moved Kamada over to the other side of the pitch. Nketiah has come into that attacking midfield role. And we've moved Pino back out onto the right-hand side. That was a poor ball by Mitchell, but cut out by Lerma. This one forward for Mateta. Mateta is in. Mateta puts it away. It was Adam Wharton that supplied the ball. And I'll tell you what, beat the offside trap. And we go 2-1 up, checking whether it's a goal or not. Oh, I don't think he was. That ball's in midair. When the ball was played, I think it was. We need to see it when the ball was actually played. I think it will be given. As we approach the 65-minute mark, we're looking possibly to make some changes. Let's have a look and see what we need to do. Who's tiring out there? We've got Decore who can come on. Wharton's had a cracking game. Lerma's not so much, but he's not had a bad game. Maybe we're going to take Lerma off and bring on Decore as part of his rehabilitation in midfield there. I don't want to change it about too much at the moment because we don't really need to. We haven't got any massively tired legs on the pitch. We'll leave it as it is for now. Just that one change. Decore on for Lerma. And with 75 minutes on the clock, no more highlights in between. You've not missed anything. But we have got a few tired legs out there now. And Nketiah, he's tired. Kamada. So, I think we're going to make some changes. It's going to be Kamada off. SA is on. Nikita is off. And we will bring Devane on. And then, at the moment, I think that's all. We've got one more stoppage left, and we've got 2 more substitutes we can make. So I think we'll stick at that for the moment and just see how we go. And now 86 minutes on the clock. Again, no highlights, but that's good in a way because it does mean that we're sort of keeping a control over them, really. Mitchell is tired. Munoz is tired. Wharton is tired and Pino is tired. We can only make 2 changes. What do we do? Right, first thing is we've got no wide players, so we can't take Pino off. Pino's going to have to see the game out. I think Devane can play left side, but he can't play right side, so we could move SA out there, I guess. But we'll leave Pino on because we can't take him off. So I'm thinking at the moment, Wharton is tired. But again, we've got Canvot who can come on. We can move Decore over to that slot. And then we could do Canvot on. But I'm more thinking we have got right. It's a bit of a risk, I guess. We haven't got Guy today because he's got a cold. Right, we are going to take off Manus and bring on Richards. And then do we change on the other side as well? Or do we take Wharton off? Let's take Wharton off and bring on... we've got Hughes, of course. Yeah, let's bring Hughes on in midfield there. And we'll swap them two over. And let's see if we can see the game out and hang on to this slender lead. And we'll tell the team. Try and see this result through. Let's go for it. How long will we have added at the end of this half? 5 minutes. And I think we are going to get the win. We've seen it off. We have indeed. And we have seen Newcastle off as well. 2-1 win. 2 more goals from Mateta. He is on a rich vein of form at the moment. That second goal was something to behold. Voldemade giving them the lead after 8 minutes, and the writing looked on the wall, bearing in mind where they are. But boys and girls, we have closed the gap on them. 15 shots, 7 on target, 1.07, 44% of the possession. We held on, really, because they come back. 16 shots, 6 on target, 1.32 and 56% of the possession. I don't really care. We've closed the gap to 1 point on Newcastle. If they slip up again, we could overtake them. So at the end of that, still 2 teams to play. I presume they're playing on Monday. It's a London derby. West Ham versus Spurs. And it looks like Wolves and Sunderland have to play one another. Or it could be the other way around, actually. I thought it was going to be just those two. We'll have a look in a minute and see what the fixtures are. But we have closed the gap. We have a 6-point lead over Brighton in 4th place as we go for the Champions League spots. 1 point behind Newcastle now, and we are 6 points behind Liverpool at the top of the table. So that is splendid stuff. Can we actually have a look at the results? We can have a look at the results. They are the results. But it's Spurs and Sunderland, Wolves and West Ham, not the London derby that I thought it was going to be. We want latest results. That will show us what we've just had a look at. Right. We have 4 days to the game against Aston Villa. Aston Villa at Selhurst Park. They are currently 16th in the Premier League. They've won 2, drawn 2, lost 1 of their last 5. I'd like to think we can pick up another 3 points before we head into the FA Cup game against Derby. Well, you come back and join me. It is match day, but I thought we'd have a quick update first on transfer news. Yarami has joined us as a free agent, and he's come in. He's got his work permit. So Yarami is in. 23-year-old Spaniard, can play as an attacking midfielder, left, right, and also in the middle there, can play around there. So adds a bit of quality in there. He's currently 2.5 star, potentially 3.5 star. I think he stacks up reasonably well. He's got to the only thing is his jumping reach isn't particularly fantastic, but at the end of the world with that, really. So we'll see what he can do as he comes in. He's previously played at as I think Logroña, I think it was, and we've had him on trial, and now he's come in permanently. So that's the incomings. Outgoings, Bonner Souza has gone on loan to FC20, and Craig Farquhar has gone to Wigan for £40,000. So that is pretty much all that has happened so far in this transfer window. A quick update on the other games that were played in the Premier League. If we can go back, you see that Spurs lost to Sunderland by 1-0, an own goal on 2 minutes. Wolves beating West Ham by 2-0, which leaves the table looking like this into today's games. At the top, it remains exactly the same. West Ham are in 7th. Sunderland have moved up 3 points clear of Burnley at the bottom there. Manchester United dropping in by virtue of that Wolves scoreline, and Sunderland now just 2 points adrift of Aston Villa. And if Aston Villa lose today, they could clear themselves of that relegation zone. So it is then a trip to Villa Park for this. No, it's not. They're coming to us. Tell a lie. They're coming to Selhurst Park then for this one. And here we are, match day 21 of the Premier League season. It's Aston Villa at Selhurst Park, and this is the team that will face them. Henderson in goal. It's a very familiar side. Mitchell, Gahey, Lacroix and Munoir are the defensive line. Wharton and Lerma are in midfield. Kamada, Pino and Esse across the attacking midfield. Nketiah leads the attack up front today. And on the bench, it's Benitez, Richards, Devane, Canvot, Mateta, Guy, Dashi, Hughes and Doucouré, who's coming back from injury. Riyad drops out because he's got that, he's got flu. That's what he's got. And Mateta, we're just basically giving him a rest today. Here we are back at Selhurst Park. Familiar formation, familiar lineup. We have had a number of players. They're playing a, flat back 3 today with 2 wing backs. Slightly different formation than we've seen recently. They are down in 17th place on 17 points. As the teams come on to the pitch, referees playing in black. We have had a number of players being sort of like schmoozed by other teams, including Mark Gahey. And we get the game underway. Nketiah getting us underway. Pino losing the ball. Lacroix on the ball. Lerma comes forward. Inside to Pino. Pino back to Lacroix. Munoir up forward looking for Pino, who's gone out wide. Pino around his man. Pulls it back. Shot goes and it's gone for a corner. It was saved. Just that one shot on target so far. Wharton with to the back post. And if Mateta had been there, that may have gone in. Don't know. Ollie Watkins comes marauding down this wing and he's got cut inside and they let him get round him and it's gone in. Harvey Elliott, the scorer, and on 20 minutes we go a goal behind, and it was a counter-attack from our corner. The corner was cut out. It was either the Lacroix that didn't get to it. Ollie Watkins running out to it, and it was just really a deadly counter-attack. And, held the ball up. And Esse's out here doing a bit of defending. Lets him go around him. Mitchell, who should have been out here, gradually comes out, but then it's too late. It's cut back inside. And Harvey Elliott goes and Henderson not getting there. "32 minutes on the clock and Henderson to Manus. We need to get back in this game if we can. Manus goes around his man inside to Pino. Esse to Nketiah. Kamada. Mitchell holds the ball up. Manus. Wharton chips one over the top for Esse. And it's disallowed. He's offside. And I think it may have been SA that was offside. And as it says disallowed, it will be. We go through all this shenanigans and it was SA that was offside. In fact, when the ball was played, there's two of them. SA, who it goes out to, Nketiah's off as well, really. And as the ball comes back in, it's Nketiah. No, it wasn't Nketiah. It was Pino, I think, that put it in the back of the net. But won't count. Cash with a throw-in, 40 minutes on the clock. And that's won back by, who was that won that back? That was Wharton that won that back. Mitchell's there, inside to Gay, Lerma, Nketiah, Pino. Pino almost getting in his way there. And that one over the top for Nketiah, but Nketiah can't hit the target. Two minutes of added time, and SA through to Kamada, who keeps control of that ball. Pino, Kamada tries to thread it through to Nketiah, but failed abysmally. Cut out by Manus. SA. Manus pulls this back, and it's gone in. Jeremy Pino in the second minute of added time in this first half. And we got one back on the stroke of half time, gives us a little bit of hope. Goalkeeper clipped it out, and Pino was well placed to put it away. Yeah, 46 plus 1, well, 46 minutes, that goal. 10 shots, 5 on target, 0.89, 44% of the possession. They've had 4 shots, 1 on target. We've not really had as much of the possession as we'd like, and we've not converted our chances either. And it's Ollie Watkins getting us underway for this second half. 1-1 at half time then. With 65 minutes coming up on the clock, it's time to have a look at some changes. No proper highlights in this second half yet. Nketiah still not playing particularly well. Neither is SA, really. And we are struggling. We haven't got people out to go out wide. So I'm thinking Pino can go out there. It might just be a case of shuffling the pack at the minute. Do we bring on Mateta? And then we have a choice. We either take... Kamada's playing okay. Do we take Nketiah off? Or do we move Nketiah out? Or bring Nketiah in here? So we either take SA or Nketiah off. Something tells me... Dilemmas, because we've got no more strikers on the bench. And we take Nketiah off. We are cutting our nose to spite our face. I'm thinking maybe we take SA off, Nketiah down here, and then we change Nketiah to a second striker like that, and then we'll take SA off and bring on Mateta. Right, that's one change made. Lerma's having a bad day in midfield. I think it's an opportunity to bring on Doucouré. For him, who's coming back from injury. That is the changes we're going to make for now. So let's get back underway. See if they make a difference. Konata. And that's headed down. Morgan Rogers is there. Trying to stop him. Didn't manage it. That one going out wide, but oh, Sousa's out there. I didn't see Sousa, but it was well blocked. Nketiah heading that down to Pino into Mateta. Didn't pull the save out the goalkeeper, but couldn't put it away. All right, 75 minutes on the clock now, and Nketiah hasn't improved at all. So, having taken off SA, we're short of who we can put in there. Can Kamada play? Kamada can play there, but we haven't got anybody to play out wide unless Nketiah goes out there. But we were talking about taking Nketiah off. In which case then, Devani is about the only player. He's not really done a great deal. Right, we're going to take... do we take Nketiah? I'm in two minds whether to take him off or not. It's not doing much. Right, let's have a look. Jeremy Pino's tired. So do we move Kamada out this side? Nketiah can go inside. And when we move Pino for Devani. Against my better nature. Who else is tiring? Wharton is tired. And Manus is tired. So Manus is going to be replaced by Guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got one change left. And do we take Wharton off for... Let's leave Wharton on just for a little bit longer. Right, there are the changes for now. And we'll get back underway. See if we can get a winning goal. Looks like an offside. I'm not sure what we're waiting for. I think we're waiting for the changes, actually. Martinez will get us back underway. And he's going to punt this upfield. And that's going to be cut out by Guy. Guy, who's come on for Manus and launches one. 85 minutes on the clock now. And it's a final roll of the dice. We've got a number of players who are tired. Nketiah is still on, and I am tempted. We haven't got any wide players now because I've moved him off. Devani can't play up top. Mitchell can't really play there. Richards can't really play there. Right. We have a decision to make. We have tiring legs. Kamada can play. No, he can't play an attack. Not well, anyway. Right. Maybe Devani as a thingy isn't the right thing. And Devani, yeah, it's not the best thing, is it? Right. Right, I think we're just going to have to sit and hope that we get something out of this. We're going to change Devani to attacking midfielder, I think, because it's not really a second striker. Who are we going to take off here? The defence is tiring. Nketiah still hasn't had a good game, but we've got nobody to replace him. Wharton is tiring. Do we secure the defence, take off Lacroix, and bring on Richards just for this final onslaught? And we tell the team it was too late to get the win, I think. Just go out and make an impact. Let's see what we can do. Final 5 minutes. And he's not even on the pitch yet. We have a free kick, I think. Didn't come to anything. Not going to see that highlight. Five minutes of added time, and it's going to be a draw. It's dying out, and it's ended up 1-1. Disappointing. 19 shots, 9 on target, 1.51, 40% of the possession. Ollie Watkins on 20. Pino on the stroke of half time. but it was a bit of a bore draw. So here we are, a roundup of the day's scores then. Liverpool are beaten Arsenal by a goal to nil at the top of the table. Newcastle have beaten Leeds by 3 goals to nil. That 1-1 draw against Aston Villa. The other scores that we have for you, I don't think there's anything else really of much importance. Probably better to have a look at the table. The table looks like this. Liverpool top on 51, Newcastle second on 46. We are 3 points behind them, not taking advantage of closing that gap to 1 point today, unfortunately. There is then a 6-point gap down to Brighton, who are behind us. Then Manchester City are in 5th on 35, just separated by goal difference from West Ham at the other end of the table. Burnley still on the bottom on 12 points. 3 points adrift from Sunderland, and just above them another 3 points. Wolves on 18, also on 18 are Leeds and Aston Villa. So that is how it ends at the end of this episode. We are going to come right back for the game against Derby in the FA Cup 3rd round. And then it's a trip to the Stadium of Light for a game against Sunderland. It's match day 22 as we go to the Stadium of Light. And I hope you can join me for that episode. If you've enjoyed today's episode, though, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Where Eagles Dare as they are released. The new episodes of Where Eagles Dare released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. And the best way of keeping up to date with what's happening on the channel is to follow me on X at JustOffside2. Don't forget, our new series has started. It is a journeyman save to be a legend, and we are managing a Radcliffe. So go along and have a look at that, if you will. I hope to see you for the next episode, but thank you for watching today. See you on Thursday for the next episode. It'll be episode 10. Until then, have yourselves a great week. Goodbye.